Hello everyone, today I am going to be showing you how I transformed myself into Felix the Cat. Felix the Cat is a classic cartoon that is so fun to watch whether it be the first cartoons or Twisted Tales. Let's get started! Before I put my face paint on, I need to prime my face in order for my makeup to spread across my face. I am using a primer that also functions as a sunscreen to protect my face from the sun. This will be necessary going to events during the hot seasons. Since Felix the Cat is shown to be lacking any eyebrow details, I'll be covering my eyebrows. First I coat my eyebrows with Elmer's glue, then I use a spoolie to flatten them out. Repeat this step 1 to 2 times so that you will have flat eyebrows. To conceal my eyebrows, I am using a concealer stick. I've tried professional eyebrow covering concealer sticks before, but I've learned that a regular concealer from a drugstore works better for me. I recommend experimenting with whatever concealer you have to cover eyebrows. To set the concealer, I use setting powder and a brush. I recommend Mehron's setting powder because it has given me the best results. Just a heads up, the powder can go everywhere, which can be annoying. For the best results, I recommend coating and setting 2 to 3 times. Sometimes I put 2 coats of concealer before I set with powder. Now it's time to put on the face paint. I am using Mehron Clown White, which has a concealer-like texture to it, as opposed to a more dry paint-like texture as Snazaroo. As you can see here, I'm applying it by putting thick lines of the face paint all over my face and on my eyebrows so that it can blend more evenly. Through trial and error, I found that this method of putting this type of face paint on has worked for me the best. For those who are planning to wear face paint in the future, I recommend buying at least 2 different beauty blenders so that you do not use the same one as you do for makeup that doesn't involve face paint. Also, I do not recommend using a hydro sponge for this type of face paint, as I found that it works better with Snazaroo face paints. To seal my face paint, here I am using baby powder, though you can also use Mehron setting powder as well. Any brush will do, just make sure you clean any remnants of other face paints before using. To enhance my makeup, I am using Manic Panic Virgin Pressed White Powder. I came across this powder when browsing cosplay face paint makeup videos before I started using face paint for my cosplays. Now that the base of my face paint is done, it's time for me to get into the outfit. Here I am using eyeliner to define my eyes. Any eyeliner of your preference should work. As you can see, I am drawing eyeliner throughout the edges of my eyes. This can be tricky for beginners as you need to keep still in order to minimize the damage when you mess up. Also, sometimes tears can shed in response to itchiness from wigs, which can ruin both the eyeliner and makeup. But the more practice, the more you get the hang of it. Finally, I am drawing Felix's facial features, and for this I am using black Snazaroo face paint and a thin eyeshadow brush. To draw Felix's nose, all I have to do is put a decent sized dot on my nose. While Felix the cat's whiskers don't stand out much, he actually does have whiskers you can see if you pay close attention. I recommend taking your time with this as it is very detailed. If you make a mistake, I recommend touching it up with a little bit of white face paint, though it can be a bit of a pain to fix it, but it is doable. I am also drawing a long wavy line around my mouth to make it bigger and more cat-like. After all, Felix has a fairly big mouth. For the best results, make sure the ends of the lines that extend and curve past the left and right sides of your lips are even as possible. Now it's time to put on the wig. I got this wig on Amazon and teased it up a bit on the sides using a comb and a flat iron. I made the ears using black fleece fabric and I hand sewed them onto the wig. To cover my hands, I am wearing black shoulder gloves from We Love Colors. I highly recommend these gloves so that you don't have to use face paint on your hands and arms. Of course, Felix wouldn't be Felix without his trusty and precious magic bag of tricks. And rightio, I transformed myself into Felix the cat. I hope you find this video helpful. If you did, feel free to hit the like and subscribe buttons.